One of your most high-profile places to bet is the Cheltenham Festival. You made the front page of the broadsheets last year. How do you feel about being a bookmaker in such an environment at such an event?
2 weeks before Cheltenham and Royal Ascot, each day I feel more and more pressure, and it gets to say the Thursday or Friday before Cheltenham or Ascot, and I am very, very highly strung. I'm probably not a nice person to come near because I feel really on edge, and I like to know when I'm betting at the races on the big days I'm going to get there. My account forms are ready. The cards I hand out to people are ready. The sweets, we give all the punters a sweet, they're ready. I want the board to look clean. When I get there, I want to see the first races up already. I want to see that the board has had a respray and been tarted up before the big meetings. I want to see that the staff at Royal Ascot are in top hat and tails, or at Cheltenham they've got the Star Sports jacket on, they're wearing a tie, and they're representing the company to the best of our ability. And I notice every little detail. Then I go up to the box. We always try and have some, someone interesting there, whether it be Big Mac or a jockey or whoever, to entertain the clients. I'd like to see that they're ready to have a chat with everybody. We've got someone doing a preview. He's going to be on time, and I like to know that everything's running smoothly, and I feel very, very tense. And then I go down for the first race, and as soon as I start betting away, it's a little bit of a relief. It's a bit of a relief. I'm tense because I'm waiting for the first liability. Always a big liability on the first race at Cheltenham and the first race at Royal Ascot on the Tuesday, always. And as soon as the tape goes up at Cheltenham, or they come out the starting stalls at Royal Ascot, it's like a real weight off my shoulders, and then I'm just working away, and I'm not really thinking about the results. I'm just trying to take Tony Morris, one of his lessons was take as much money as possible at the lowest possible price. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to serve every punter, whether they be a fiver punter or someone having 10 grand on. I'm trying to know what's happening in the office with the big punters, know what's happening with any punting that we're doing, and just be in the groove. And really then, it's a bit like when you see people on their wedding day and they're very nervous. You say, look, it's too late to change anything now. Everything will be fine. And I just want to be part of the experience, but I like to get that first race going.
And you mentioned Royal Ascot and Cheltenham. How do the two compare as a bookmaker?
Well, look, we've got top pitches at Cheltenham. We bet 3 in Tats, which has got better every year. Tats, that really, people say bad things about Tats at Cheltenham. I don't know why. I think it's a great place to bet. And we bet on the rails, down on the bottom rail. That would be the more valuable pitch. You wouldn't take as much there, but you take it well. They lay a lot of horses down there. Cheltenham is about big liabilities. Cheltenham is about, it is a rougher ride. At Royal Ascot, we have a pitch on the rails where we bet round the back, we bet well, we lay a lot of runners, we bet to good figures, very expensive pitch. We also bet in Tats, pick 19. It is, I think we paid about 30 grand for the pitch. It's been the best pitch we've ever bought. I've bet 2 in the front line, I couldn't believe it. I've bet 3 in the front line several times, but 9 times out of 10 we bet 2 on the second. It's a great place for taking money. You're in a great position there, and at Royal Ascot, I would say to anybody, you will get, as a bookmaker, value for money there. There are so many great places to bet. You can bet on the front line, or me, I bet on the second near the rail. I take lots of money there. The big punters come to me there. You can bet down the other end on one of the ends. You can bet on the grass. You can bet round the back, but by the parade ring. There's so many great places to bet at Royal Ascot. You bet to better figures than Cheltenham. You lay more runners. You don't take as much, but on the whole, I don't, the credit office and on course, we wouldn't take as much at Royal Ascot, but I would rather be a layer at Royal Ascot.
And glorious Goodwood, not quite so glorious.
Well, Bill Tye, who's a nice guy, he worked for Victor Chandler for many years. When we bought their pitches, I had a chat with him and he said, "Oh, so are you going to keep Badwood?" And I said, "What's Badwood?" He said, "Oh, well, I always used to call Goodwood Badwood because we never used to win there." And I thought, oh, well, maybe they were unlucky there or something like that. And we've bet at Goodwood, I don't know how long we've bet there. Let's say we've bet there 6 years. I tell you what, we must have lost 5. It is so hard. I don't know what it is. We've got a great pitch on the rails. We've got a great pitch on Tats. The rails gets busier and busier at Goodwood. Tats is not what I'd like it to be. We never win there. We never win. We always win at Aintree. We always win at Epsom. We don't always win at Cheltenham. Cheltenham's a big swing. Ascot, we generally win. Goodwood, I don't know what happens there. I love going there for the week. I look forward to it. It's like going on holiday for a week. Always doing my bollocks. Always.
You mentioned Aintree. That's another sort of special occasion, the Grand National, the bet at.
The nicest clients that we do business with all year are the Liverpool clients. They are such. I always look forward to my few days a year up at Liverpool. We have a night out. We only have the one pitch there. We go out every night. We try somewhere new. We've been into the city. I have a run in the morning. Either we once stayed out by the beach somewhere, great place. I was running on these sand dunes and through pine forests, and then another year we stayed in the town. I was running along the river and through the town. Really nice people, lovely people to serve, and I don't know why, but we always seem to win there. I've probably put the bock on it, but it's a good place to bet.
And the final jewel in your crown, Epsom.
Epsom, we bet on the rails at Epsom, and I think that Epsom will be the prime example that everybody talks about. Where's a good place to bet? Where's a good place to open a betting shop? Where's a good place to be a punter? Where's a good place to bet as a bookmaker? And two things spring to my mind. When I was a bookie at Walthamstow, sometimes I'd go and see an exhibition beforehand. I'd go to a museum or something like that. Anyway, I went to see a Leonardo da Vinci exhibition once at the V&A in Knightsbridge. And I went in, and around the ceiling they had his favourite quotes, and in glass cases around the room they had all of the amazing paintings. He'd painted bridges, he'd designed, and engineering things and all the rest of it. One of his quotes was, "I believe what my eyes tell me." Now, I only believe what my eyes tell me. A different individual who has had a different career but is very, very clever is the well-known punter and, shall we say, rogue, scallywag, be the kind of word, Barry Conway. And then Barry used to say to me at Walthamstow, I used to say to Barry, where can I get on? Where can I go and get back shows? Or where can I go and do this? Where can I do that? He'd say, Ben, anything I tell you is old news. He said, if somebody says to me, oh, you can get good prices in this shop, or you can get back shows in this shop, or whatever, he says, by the time I get there, the coup's ended. He says, I like to go to places on my own and see what's happening there then. And Epsom, for me, is a prime example of that. Everybody, whenever you speak to anyone, you say, oh, what do you think of Epsom? They go, oh, it's quite good in Tats. The rails are absolutely useless. Rubbish. We take fantastic money on the rails at Epsom. Lots of good sort of £200, £300, £400, £500 punters. 2 days, or it's only 2 days, so what? Oaks Day, you take great money, you still take quite good money on Derby Day, you take a bit less because it's top hat and tails in the members enclosure there, but we take great money at Epsom, we seem to win there, and from what I'm told, you can buy a pitch very cheaply on the rails there. So I'd recommend anybody to buy a pitch there.
And finally, of course, Towcester. How was that on the Greyhound Derby?
I always used to say that my favourite day of the year was the Brighton Marathon, when I used to run the Brighton Marathon. The best night of my life was sponsoring the Greyhound Derby final. I loved betting there with Lofty. I loved having the whole team there, seeing Gary Woodgate, who's been such a wonderful right-hand man, managing director, confidant, best friend. To see his face looking at the track, he just looked stunned to see that we were sponsoring the Greyhound Derby. And you believe me, we've bet front row at Royal Ascot, we've bet on the Tuesday at Cheltenham in Tats when it's been fierce. That year when the Mullins horses were all winning and the firms jumped into action, were all playing. Nothing gets near Greyhound Derby final night. That was electric. We took massive money. Average cash bet £84. Endless monkey and grand punters, £2 grand this. We had, punters were falling out of the sky. It was a fabulous night to work, and I look forward, please God, to another really busy and even busier Greyhound Derby final night this coming summer.
And finally, any sporting event in the entire world, if you could make a book there that you don't already make a book out, where would it be?
Well, we've done the darts, we've done the snooker, we've got a betting shop at Lord's for the cricket, we've done the Oval, we've done show jumping with our friend Stephen Wonky up at Chester. Where would I don't know, the World Cup final. Give me a betting shop inside the ground at the World Cup final.